Thank you, SEGA, giving us gameplay and Frontiers. Also, screw you, SEGA, I'm literally making another video. The minute you drop this, I'm writing a script for a predictions video and they just drop this in the middle. I'm like, dog, you were gonna be at Summer Games Fest. You could have dropped this like a week later from now. I'm just saying. Y'all are getting a double upload. I'm presuming this is the second upload. Either way, I'm rendering a predictions video as I'm making this one. IGN first teaser. Another snippet at Sonic Frontiers gameplay. Enjoy the small preview of Sonic Frontiers. Tune into IGN all June long, as Sonic Frontiers will be the IGN first cover story. Look forward to seeing everything from world-exclusive gameplay reveals to the first ever hands-on impressions, to interviews with the game's creators, and more. Everything kicks off on June 1st at 9 AM Pacific, 12 PM Eastern. Oh my god, dude. First Pokemon, and now I gotta look out for Sonic tomorrow. And we're gonna be getting Sonic Frontiers stuff all of June. Oh my god, and we don't even know if Nintendo has a Direct this month. I'm gonna be busy oh my god, this weekend. Ooh, I'm gonna be busy this month. Oh boy. I mean, it works out for me because June's usually my best month. I'm dilly-dallying. 30-second gameplay, Sonic Frontiers. I'll discuss it after watching this. This just came out of nowhere, kind of. Ooh, wait, what the hell was that up on top? Ooh. Oh, wait. The combat, though? Oh, wait. Wait. That logo looks a lot better. Okay, not even a day. I'm really digging the combat. Give me a couple of rewatches. I'll come back to you guys with the discussion. Actually, let me rewatch it again, like right now. I'll rewatch it a couple more times after this one. The music's beautiful. Was that Boost? I'm glad we're finally getting some gameplay of this. And we're gonna be getting more gameplay stuff for the rest of the month, too. I can't tell if he's boosting or not, too. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look at this multiple times on my own before I come back with a discussion for you guys. Okay. This is really interesting. Alright, rewatch the teaser a couple more times. I have some notes. I'm not gonna do a script like I usually do, because I already uploaded a whole predictions video for this whole thing. Well, not this, but Nintendo June Direct. Sonic Frontiers gameplay. 30-second snippet. I'll start with the one thing that, like, I always start whenever I talk about Frontiers. This game is really freaking gorgeous to look at. I really like the style. The art style is really good. On a technological level, it's on, like, the highest end consoles of this generation, so like obviously on a technological level it's going to be the prettiest looking Sonic game. But even then, like the lighting's really good, the shading's like super good. The graphics are just insane. I always find it really nice to look at this game whenever they show it off. I can't wait to actually play it and see like how the graphics are going to hold for this game. It just looks really beautiful to look at. The terrain itself, I also find kind of interesting. Actually, that is the one thing. If nothing else, just the fact that we have this 30 seconds of gameplay footage, that on its own, it's interesting in of itself. Plenty of people seem sold on Frontiers with this. There's a couple who aren't that sold yet, still cautiously optimistic, others like immediately denouncing it from this. I think I'm seeing more people on board with Frontiers with what we've seen so far. And even then, like whether what side of the spectrum you're on or in between, at least what they showed off, finally, is like really interesting stuff. At least to me, though. Back to the terrain, though. I think it's interesting enough. I find it interesting, though. I keep saying that a lot throughout this video. I might title that for all I know. There's grind rails just peppered all over the place. Like everywhere. Especially in the sky. One of which I think they kind of like directed some of the grind rails going upward into the sky. I just find it interesting. That's gonna be the buzzword for this video, isn't it? But like, it is intriguing in its own way, because like, this is an open world Sonic game. Open world, like actually open world, not like the whole adventure field or action field type open-ish levels that are still pretty linear like Adventure 06. This is like literally whole sandbox open world style Sonic game. And like the scope obviously shows, it obviously looks really cool. It is that too, just the thought, I've said this before, but just the thought of playing a Sonic with the mechanics he has, with the speed he has, in these open, huge, expansive landscapes in an official Sonic game. Like, hell yeah. Hell yes. I'm down to see how that would go if this ends up being like a really good game, you know? Like, it is just like a really interesting thing to see Sonic do. Even if it is like a really popular genre and type of game, we've been seeing a lot more of this past generation. The one thing I think a lot of us are going to be like super curious on, there's technically two, but I know this is going to be the primary one, the controls. A couple things about this. People are cheering about like the boost being gone. There's like 2 instances in the trailer where Sonic gains this extra burst of speed, and there's like this oh my god, this visual effect. I'm not too sure what it's called, but it's that same type of zoom in effect whenever Sonic boosts in any of the other boost games. It's there, but there's no visual for Sonic, like the boost aura, that's not encompassing Sonic, but there's at least 2 instances to where he's running through those flowers, and he's on the grind rails around that tower near the end of the gameplay. That makes me think the boost is here, but I feel like they're modifying it to a decent length to accommodate the type of game this is. Like, assuming this game's not gonna have a boost aura, that makes me think they're canning that just so you can get a better bearing of your surroundings because it's an open world game. I feel like that works. And I also think it kind of blends more with Sonic's natural speed rather than giving it like this whole like big blue aura thing. Sonic just boosting in that moment. It naturally lends more to his character, I feel, and I think that works. Sonic steers in this flower field in like the beginning, like to the right. The steering looks okay, but like that's only 2 seconds of gameplay. We are just gonna need more, and thankfully they confirmed all throughout June, we're gonna be getting more details and gameplay coverage of Sonic Frontiers. So we're gonna get a lot more information on this game over the coming weeks. Thank God we're gonna get a lot more. Sense of speed seems okay. The one thing, especially going back to the steering, that is the one thing that's gonna matter the most. Just a proper sense of control with moving Sonic around this vast open landscape, this giant world. I've said this before, but that really is gonna matter for this kind of game. We have time. We have weeks. They're gonna show off more. So hopefully they know what they're doing. Hopefully it'll give us a proper sense of how Sonic's gonna control, like a better sense. We got some sense now. We're gonna need more though. What we have so far, I think, is good. We just need more. That's generally my stance on the matter in a nutshell. Other stuff that the gameplay showed off, the cybernetic hamster wheel that Sonic runs on, and then it like scans the whole landscape surrounding him. I feel like that's gonna be this game's take on the towers in Breath of the Wild. You could probably warp between these little like hamster wheels when Sonic runs on them from one area to another. I'm like fairly sure that's going to be this game's take on the shrine towers in Breath of the Wild, where you can warp from one tower to another the more you explore. I feel like it's going to be something like that. The one thing I think that interests me the most beyond some of the gameplay elements, well, this is another one anyways, the combat? There's like this really fast-paced, zigzagged homing attack Sonic does, and then like he homing attacks a couple enemies, and then like this multi-hit flurry of kicks and punches. He does it on this Shadow the Colossus-looking robot too. It reminds me of the combat in Sonic 06 with Shadow, but it looks like it's going to be a lot faster and snappier. I think that's going to lend itself very well. And there's that one portion where Sonic boosted in the CGI portion, but that trail where he was boosting, you see Sonic encompass an enemy and it launches him up, and then he homing attacks and like does that flurry of punches and kicks on it. One of the leaks for this game described combat of that nature too, and it looks to be true. I think a lot of the leaks and rumors surrounding this game are going to end up being true, because a lot of what they said is gradually becoming more and more true about this game the more we see more of it. the combat included. But yeah, there's that, the tornado. The one worry I've seen a couple people bring up is how Sonic had to like slow down to like make that trail around the enemy, that like it would slow them down. Not like slow down Sonic in the sense that the pacing in the combat would be like kind of slow-ish. I feel like that's another case where we have to see more of it to really say for certain. That, and there's also, some have also theorized that you don't just need a circle. You could also like make your own types of shapes, and different effects could happen to the enemies, whether destroying them in one hit or like other stuff with different shapes. Any Paper Mario fans, I guess the closest thing I could think of, Art Attack from Thousand Year Door, but if you made like different shapes and it had different effects and different damage outputs than just encompassing a circle. Something like that, I think people have theorized. That could be an interesting mechanic for the whole combat and trail thing, if they're gonna go with that. And the robots, I could kind of dig their design. I think I would probably have to see more of them to really say for certain. It's not a huge thing. Yeah, some of the bosses, the fact that like we have to climb up them, like it really cements like the whole scope the game's going for. I think that's really cool. Again, these Shadow of the Colossus type bosses, enemies where you have to climb up on top of them and deal damage. The new logo looks really sick too. The new logo, they updated it. I think it looks really good. I am curious about stuff you could do in this world in general. The rumors and leaks described how there's gonna be bosses, like, again, the Shadow of the Colossus type looking bosses, but you get Chaos Emeralds from them. There might be generation-styled levels in cyberspace or something like that. And there's these robots that you, like, fight and, like, combat. I gotta wonder, like, the leak described something along the lines of, like, orbs and experience and a skill tree. So I have to wonder if there's, like, there's going to be layers. Like, this kind of goes back to the whole trail theorizing theory, where, like, if you encompass enemies in a specific pattern than just a circle, certain ways of taking them out or following up with a certain combo attack could take effect. I'm wondering if there's going to be extra layers to the combat to where you fight more enemies and get more orbs and, like, do those levels and whatnot, then Sonic could potentially get more, like, attacks. I guess Unleashed is a good example, because you had upgrades and more combos and whatnot with daytime, but primarily the Werehog. I wonder if there's going to be something similar with that here. I think that could be interesting. I'm also wondering if there's going to be civilizations in this game at all, because I have to wonder how rings are going to play into any of this too, because they could just go the traditional route with just stocking up on a lot of rings. Sonic gets hit once and you just have to grab them up, like the usual way rings function in other Sonic games, right? But I'm also wondering if rings are going to be used as a currency again, if the boost is here at all, then it's just going to be the same as filling up the boost gauge. Or someone also theorized that there's going to be a stamina bar and they use the rings for that, or they just give Sonic a traditional health bar and the rings are for that instead. Like a lot of this could happen for this game. That's the interesting thing. Some traditional Sonic conventions and like new stuff Sonic's doing for this that Sonic has never done before, like, they could easily just flip a lot of this stuff on its head. And we need to see more of this game to really say which route they're going to go for all these individual mechanics and subsets and traits and stuff Sonic's done before and not done before to really say. But that's what makes this interesting. It's like all these little things that could really play into effect on how well designed or not this game could be. And I really think that really plays into the whole discussion for this. And it really helps too that tomorrow at noon we're going to get more information on this game, because this is definitely going to make a lot more people more curious about this game than anything we've seen about this game thus far. The fact that we're getting news and info on this tomorrow at noon is, thank God. I'm assuming we're probably going to get a proper trailer then, if not the 10th. And they said throughout the rest of June, right? So we're going to have more questions, hopefully answers, and more information and details regarding this game over the coming weeks and months. Thank God we're finally going to get more details on this game, because I think a lot more Sonic fans will be getting more and more and more and more and more and more and more anxious about finding more about this game, and we're finally going to get more on it. Yeah, I'm also wondering, like, if there's going to be missions to do too, if that's going to play into, like, what the rings may do, if there are orbs and XP as well. Like, between robots to fight, landscapes to traverse, scan, and log in, probably, like, fast travel too, how it plays into the combat, if there are upgrades to your moves as well, like, the game could definitely benefit from missions, Hopefully there's like some solid incentive to go out of your way and do some... There was a bug that stuck in my room. Yeah, if there's stuff to do in this world, that is going to be a key thing. But it's also just going to be how Sonic's going to generally control at an entry point for anyone picking up this game, right? We all just need more gameplay stuff, and we're definitely going to get more. Thank God we're going to get more throughout the coming weeks. So it's just a matter of time. This definitely raises my intrigue for the game. I don't know if I'm 100% on board, but nothing about this game so far screams like potentially really bad, or they're rushing it or whatever. Like anything specifically bad. I'm also curious about the story. I care about my stories in my Sonic games. Basically, I just need more story and gameplay. And for most people out there, I'm pretty sure the gameplay, bare minimum, is what we're all really curious about. But like the combat, I think the combat looks interesting. The world itself, I just like the scope. Just the idea of running around this massive open world as Sonic. That's enough to get me on board and interested. I hope the control, they know what they're doing. They can really provide a proper sense of control with however Sonic's gonna function in this world, in this game. Hopefully the story's interesting. And yeah, I don't think there is a whole lot I could add to this other than just what the trailer showed. It's just interesting stuff, kind of like a little off-the-cuff mini analysis. But yeah, really curious to see what else we're gonna get on this game. I do think this game's probably gonna stick with the holiday. I said in my predictions video for the Nintendo Direct, because I mentioned Sonic in there, I just squeezed the Sonic prediction in there real quick. I was 50-50 on whether it was going to release this year or next year, like if they were going to delay it. If they have a lot of gameplay to show us for June, it's probably going to stick to the holiday release window. That's my assumption, right? Hopefully, the more we see about this game, the more on board we are. I'm still on the cautious optimistic side, but I'm leaning gradually more and more to the optimistic. Of course, we also have to wait and see until like how this game actually plays in the final build when it comes out. There's still a lot we gotta wait for, even when we find out a lot about this game after June. But still, I think this is doing its job of generating more intrigue and discussion around Frontiers. We're gonna get another trailer less than 24 hours from now. We're gonna get probably more trailers, interviews, coverages, gameplay snippets. We're gonna get a lot more on this game throughout June. So I think this month is definitely going to be a big month for this game and Sonic as a whole, because Origins comes out this month too. I think Sonic Prime is also getting some kind of trailer or like some information drop later this month too. But the more we find out about this game, the better. And the more promising the stuff they show off about this game looks, also the better, right? It goes without saying. How do you guys feel about this? Do you guys feel more optimistic, more cautiously optimistic? Stuff about this you like, you dislike? Anything you're iffy on? Anything you're not a fan of that didn't sell you on this game yet? Let me know down below. Thank you very much for watching and listening. Definitely stick around for more Sonic Frontiers news and discussions, maybe an analysis or two. My intrigue and curiosity is definitely increasing the more we know about this game. In a better way. Stay super.